taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, of course. Quentin's going to war. Wait. I didn't buy that thing from the... That's rather tiresome, because when I got here, I was going to have a look at abilities and see if I could get something new. So I'm curious, would this have happened if I hadn't have done that side quest first? I wonder. I don't think it would have done. I think that's only happened because I'm returning to Lost Wing after doing that side quest. Which, if that's the case, that's pretty good, because it's nice that it kind of carries on and flows after you've done missions and stuff.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
Did you just say the same thing?
That his lordship's vultures should be found
he does.
circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Okay, yeah, I definitely feel like I'm going to be helping out with this then. They'll get to a certain amount of time where
If you're ready,
it's progressed to the point where it's happening, and that's when it'll be like a side quest that I can join in on. Hopefully it doesn't mean the end of Quentin, though. I need to go up high, so I can go up there. But yeah, I was going to have a look at abilities. How many have we got? 5,848. God damn. We can try both of these. Raging Fists. It's one that decimates. We'll try that for a bit. I don't know what to replace it with, though. But then we can also get this. I kind of like both Titans' abilities, but I think this is the one that I'll replace for now. Have a play around with that. Do we buy the big one yet? Maybe I'll use this one for a bit, and then we'll get this one. I have 5,000 though, so... What do I use a lot? Maybe I'll master something? Or at least upgrade? So this is master, and all master does is allows assignment to any icon. So... that, I'm assuming, just means I can put it on Titan. But right now, I don't need to worry about that, because I'm happy to have the Phoenix as one of my things. And I don't use these. What does mastering this do? Increases shift distance. So annoyingly, you can't change the feats, which is something I was hoping to do, because I would master like Garuda's feat and put that. I'd replace the lightning one with that, because I don't really like the lightning one. But sadly, although technically I could put Garuda on the thing and then just put the two attacks that I want. So I could just buy the two, master the two thunder attacks and then put them both on Garuda. So I could still use her feat, but then I'd have the two thunder abilities instead of two wind ones. That's just how I'd have to do it. But it'd mean having to master both of these. Or whichever ones I use, anyway. 3,000 for this one. Jeez. What does upgrading this do? Increases number of hits. Increases ball. So we don't have that one yet. Huh. We've also not used these either. Oh, we could get the max. You know what? Mastered. We'll max the limit breaks. Now we have max of that. It's better to get that earlier than later, in my opinion. Since that's something you can constantly be filling up. Yeah, we've not used these either. That one looks okay. Depends on the ones we're using. this is more powerful than that. I don't know. Well, now we spent that 2,000. I mean, there's not much left. Titan block isn't great. Wait, you can hold it? How did he hold it? Hold button to wind up. But he like holds it in place, look. And then uses it. Huh? Well, there's no way if I just hold it down permanently and let the wheel keep spinning it holds it, right? I'll have to try that. Yeah, I'd obviously want to use this. That's 2,000, so... But I'm going to use this for a bit first. I could upgrade this, because I use this a lot. Either that or this. This one's way more, though. I might hold off until we buy this, just so I know I can definitely get it. So we'll hold off for now. Hi, Toggle. I'll pet you while you're right in front of me. It's been a while. Right, so what are we doing? Oh, we're heading for the pass, so I need to go up the stairs here. Excuse me, guys. I want to do my super run. And Northern Valley once more. Super run me. Here we go. Wait, is there a way to... No, it's only up here anyway. I was going to say, after all that time, is it going to be right next to a fast travel spot? 5-hole gill, wow. So these remain pretty low levels, so...
It's over.
I literally cut through them so easily. Easy peasy. Oh. Hi guys. Oh, it's Helena.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
She's being so sus. What is this creature going to be? A fallen? Love how I was always wondering what this path was going to lead to. Now we know.
Anybody home?
Oh, it's one of these.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Well, now I can guess why she's being so, sus. Wait, what the? Nope. It's going to attack in 3. Now? Is it going to attack? What's happening? Uh oh. You would have thought. I love how it's called Unwanted Visitor. We know what these are called. We've fought one before. Not today. Okay, that time you got me. Let's try this out. So you don't have to hold that one down. Not today. Staggered.
Give me thunder.
As I use everything. I'm gonna finish it. Decimated. Enemy slain. He went flying. I'll take that too.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You doubted it?
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Quest complete. Nice and easy. And a level up. Nice. Level 35. The Eye of the Warrior. Increases strength, tonic duration. That's kinda... Yeah, I've never used one once. I always wondered what this was going to be and if it was going to be something, and it actually turned out to be something. What do you know? Let's go, Toggle. Oh, let's head straight back. Nice and easy. Just how I like it. Let's go. Oh, I thought she was going to be conveniently standing right here, but nope. Hi. Give me a little wave. Wait, whilst I'm here. Before I forget.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Yes.
Here's everything we've received and everything promised.
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
All done?
I am. Don't worry, I'm already providing the help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You say that every time.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
Bet you did.
Right away.
So we're going back to the old man. Of course, who has to be on the other side of the hideaway. Typical. I feel like we should have started with this one. Because what if there was no such material out there that meets her requirements? Then the whole thing would be a waste of time. And all that we've just done would also be a waste of time.
Thanks to Sid.
Something tells me now that, conveniently, Harpocrates will know of exactly what material we need. How's it going, old man?
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Would have been really funny if he was like, oh, if it's for her, I don't know, go away.
shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Oblivious complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Oblivious might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
No, we're gonna have to choose between these two now?
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
No. Quest accepted. Letting off Steam 3. God damn it.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
I'm gonna have to disappoint the girlfriend because I go everywhere with Jill, but I never get to go anywhere with Tyre.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
This may cost me my relationship, but it's gonna have to be Tyre simply because I haven't done much with her. And Jill, I do everything with you, so...
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
Well, I'm glad I picked you.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
She sounded so disappointed. See you later, Clive, I guess. Slight tear in her eye.
Hippocrates and I'll look after things here. You head over to Northreach.
Yeah, she's fine. She's not a jealous woman. She trusts that I'm just her friend. Tyres, that is. Don't worry, Jill. You're always my one and only.
No. Where's Taya?
There's talk that the glass gate flooded.
Well, she's there, but
Do you
first.
see anything you like?
You're selling the Enhancer +1? God damn. Meh. Oh yeah, what do you got, Max Motion?
Again.
Just wanted to check.
Them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on these.
Spoiling another catch.
There you are, Taya.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
You got it.
Don't tell me you've forgotten what you're looking for already. Garlic and pepio nuts. Do you want to take the list?
I hadn't forgotten. I just wanted to say hey. Okay, well, we'll go in there, but I'm at least going to grab this real quick. There is other ones all the way over there, but hey, it's 10 gil. Can't go wrong.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the... Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Hello, sir.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes.
Well, look at that. It was 10 gil.
Always welcome here in Lostwing.
I basically got that garlic for free.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Just give me your nuts.
If that's what you want.
That should do it. Hopefully Taya's finished too.
Just give me your nuts. If that's what you want.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
I'm going to say that was really easy.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
My bad.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
I am tearing up. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I picked her and Otto.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
Well, there we go. Back to the hideaway we go once more. And that should be it. Off to see Sid.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
I'm sure he's found something.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
Welcome home. He had a successful trip.
We did. Don't worry. That's all we did. Promise.
Ah, better late than never. We're ready to begin whenever you are.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Oblivious.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Quest complete. We were going to have to go back and talk to her anyway, so... I'll take that.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Let's do it. And maybe then we can finally go and see Sid.
Thanks to Sid.
Good boy, Toggle. Why does she have to be on the other side of the hideaway, though? Yeah, I'm definitely glad I chose to take Otto and Taya with me. As Taya herself said, it's the first time we've ever actually gone out together. Whereas I've been out with Gav and Jill loads, so... Though I would have liked to have seen both interactions, those are the ones I'm glad I saw.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. to the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
I can feel the precision. Sometime later. We got us a ship? Oh, not yet. We're getting there.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Whew.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
You loved it, Blackthorn, don't lie.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yay, Captain Clive. Another new quest is available nearby. Oh, it's in my chambers. Wait, no it isn't. It's up here. Huh. Is it going to be a letter? Or is it like Jill standing in my room? Let's find out. Wait, what? There are 3 things, and they're all in, like, letter form? Oh, okay, so they're, like, summons. I was thumbing through the Hideaway's ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something you might need your attention. Maybe, and by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Okay, well.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Quest accepted. Payback. That's an interesting way of doing it. So we've still got to run all the way over to him anyway? Oh, well, I might as well just read all the others then. Right? See me running back and forth? A bad feeling. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. Karen. Something's wrong with Torgal?
What could be wrong with Torgal? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Quest accepted, a bone to pick. We're prioritising that one. Karen's closer, and it's about Torgal. And the last one, Blackthorn. The Pen Is Mightier, trophy earned. Okay. I guess that's for reading a certain amount of letters? I don't know. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge. August. Oh, he cares so much about him. Okay, we'll do that one later. I don't want to have too many things on my to-do list. We're definitely going to see what's wrong with Torgal, though. What's up, boy?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Let's go find out then. I've been seeing a lot of Hippocrates recently. He's the man in the know.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Oh, I know it's for Torgal and everything, but they're literally hiding from predators, and here I come as a predator to kill it. I don't want to. What are the chances of one of these other side quests being in Rosaria? Should we just focus on one at a time for now? I think we will. So let's head to Rosaria. Yeah, it's Martha's Rest that's closest. So to Martha's Rest we go.
She had a man of Grieger mocking
Oh wait, no, I need the bridge.
Please.
Yeah, I really wish the conversations would progress as well, because almost every time I've walked past that couple, that kid is asking the soldier for help. It's like, kind of wish the conversations would move along with the story as well, instead of them being the same things every time. It's a little tiresome. Also, with these things being so weak, I'm kind of not as interested in fighting as much. I mean, I'll take these guys out because they're spiders. And look how easy it was. Wait, what? Yeah, we can leave them. Don't need to run all the way down there. Okay, well, you guys are literally blocking my path, so this is on you. That's not too bad, but the other one seems stronger. Oops, I thought I had Phoenix Shift. Stay down. Oh, wait. Oh, no, yeah, it is this way. Super on me. Oh, don't want to attack you guys. I'm already going attacking a elder of yours. Yeah, you just chill there, big guy.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Feels bad. Oh, there he is.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that.
I don't want to fight you, but I have to for my dog. Ow. I want to try it. What happens if I hold this? Wait. Bruh. No, he does one big punch. Huh. Ow. I think he's mad. I don't know which is better though, holding it or hitting. Surely hitting the red place and doing that attack is better and does more damage, right? Let's find out. Yeah, that does like a bunch of 300s, so yeah, that's definitely better. Decimated. Enemies slain. Feels bad. Take those as well. Hopefully Torgal appreciates it.
No. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Ah, good, he's okay. Look at you.
You all right, boy?
Gotta love him. Right. Well, back to the hideaway we go.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
Let me tell you all about it.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Just don't be taking the credit when you give them him.
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Bloody know-it-all. What up, old man? Thank you once again.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
I do.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Quest complete. I say that even though the first time I saw him, after years apart, I didn't really care. So that increases Torgal's attack potency. Damn it. I mean, that's great and all, but why have I got to use an accessory thing? I want to use it, but I'd have to replace a one of these, right? Yeah. I'm like, Torgal's great and all, but is he worth losing 30 defense? Not really. Not gonna lie. I honestly thought it was going to say that Torgal was going to be able to channel multiple icons, so we're going to have like a flame Torgal, electric Torgal, We might, you never know, but that'd be hilarious if that's the case. Right, well, before we talk to Otto... Oh, hi, Gav. Let's talk to Gav.
Is that you done, then? It's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
Not yet. Wait, there's something new in here already?
How may I help you today, Clive?
Oh, there is. Oh, 2 meteorites, well.
You earned this.
Thanks. Might as well take them now.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Thank you, my dear.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each.
What?
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Damn. How are they in that much debt? Holy. 15 million gil. And that was me thinking I was kind of rich, having 100 grand. Sheesh. Where are we going? Oh. We'll see Martha first. . So I was gonna say, all that money that our uncle gave us, how are we that much in debt? Guess these things aren't cheap. Oh, Martha, it's been a while.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
She means Toggle, right? So it's worth twice what we owed her. So that single ruby was worth over 10 million gil. And I'm giving it to these guys? I was going to say, she's in Northreach, right? It's been a while since we saw Isabel as well.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want...
The gates to Heaven Hall in the area were breached by someone or something.
What am I gonna do without
Interesting to note.
Still no...
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Congratulations, you're rich.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
Oh.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
I'm sure he will be. Question is, how did Isabel and Martha both have 5 million gil apiece to give us in the first place? Business must be booming. Well, let's go see if he's still alive.
Is that the thing too?
I think I can see him.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Yeah, he's still with us. Shocker.
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Jeez, I never thought it'd be so difficult to give away 5 million gil. They don't want it, I'll happily take it. Go around and buy myself all the music in the whole of Valastia. And I'd still have, what, a good 9 million left over.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Deal. You can leave it in my chambers. I'll collect it later.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I'll go.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Oh, good old Sid. And rest in peace, Otto's son. Oh, look who it is! Get to hear that crispy voice one more time.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Oh, we didn't get to hear him.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you.
There's that voice.
Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Oh.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather Goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Oh. Quest complete. Guessing that's going up on our wall of memories thing in our chambers. Sid's goblet. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet, despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host, Sid. Yep, displayed in the chambers, so. Okay.
Mid told me
Well, there's only that one more left to go. Oh, wait, no, there's one at, it might be Mid. I think it's Mid's, engineering room that the other side quest is at.
He cracked the crystal too.
But first, we'll read this. Ah, yes, the Blackthorn one, yeah. And let's help Blackthorn out.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Quest accepted. Blacksmith's Blues 2. Let's help out Blackthorn once again.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Anything for you, Blackthorn.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? How were they?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmechian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Looking forward to it. Okay, well, back to the Dalamil Inn we go. World map. To the Dalamil Inn. Here we go.